Hi there, this is video 21 in finance. We are going to solve for P. You are going to become really good at solving equations, and that's, you may never have to solve this particular type of equation, but if you solve enough of these, it's just like, oh, well, I can apply this to another thing. So it's training you not just for this specific question, but to be able to solve equations going forward in other classes or other courses that you take. So, math is never a bad thing, right? Let's get started. So we're solving for P. So that is the present value or the principal. In other words, what I need to invest now. But let's just do the math. Okay, so it doesn't look that different than what we had before. So there's nothing to do here. So let's just bring that down. And this process is the same as before. Whoopsies, I don't need to rewrite that. I can put them together. 1.025 to the 15th. $1.025 caret 15. 1.4482 dot. Okay. So now, okay, that's just weirding me out. I'm just going to rewrite that because it looks strange. 1.4482. I think that looks kind of strange too, but that's okay. So the trick here is, wow, there's a number of ways to make this simpler. I'm going to give you the simplest version, and then I'm going to show you how you can also do it on your calculator. All right, so one option is, because we're going to have to divide by that, we actually do need all those decimal places. So 1.448298166. It's not going to be that many questions, so I'm just going to write that out. And then I'm going to cheat. I'm not going to switch it around, because then I have to rewrite that. I'm going to divide this by 1.448298166, and I'm going to divide this by 1.482988166. Okay, that's getting a little ridiculous, but we need those decimal points. And to be honest, today I'm not ready to play around to see how many I need to get the 2 decimal places for the answer. So I can go my calculator, 5,000 divided by 1.448298166. All right, and that will give me $3,452.33, right? Carry that over. So that's one option. Now, let's see if I can figure out on my calculator how to do this. The easiest way, okay, 1.025 xy 15. All right, I'm going to show you the cheat. This x to the minus 1. That means you're going to take 1 over that number. You're doing the reciprocal. And then you multiply by 5,000. And you get exactly the same answer, and you don't have to punch it in all the time. So it's this one, and then you go 1 over x, and then you go times 5,000. That's my favorite cheat. If you have your not answer key for your calculator, if you have the manual for your calculator, you might also be able to figure out how to use the memory key. I don't know how to use it on this one, and being the fool that I was, I threw out my manual. So 2 options. The easiest one is you can always just write it out. If you're using your phone, you've got like 15 decimal places. Don't do that. Probably 6 or 7 or whatever is good. Or you can use that 1 over, or on my calculator, actually, it's x to the minus 1. You can use that button. It's up to you, whatever makes you happiest. I will probably be using this button just to save some time, because I'm a little bit lazy. All right, try it again. Oh, wait, you try it. Pause the video, do it yourself. All right, I know that you did that. .03 to the 10. Okay, so not that different than before. Now we're going to do our exponent. .03 exponent 10. 1.3439 ... Okay, so I take this one, and then I go x to the minus 1, and I go times 2250.50. That's what I'm about to do, which is the same as dividing it out. And I get $1,674.58. Now, remember, this is your principal. It should be less than that number there. And we got that both. So if I invest $1,674.58, and I do it for 10 years, I don't know how this. Okay, that's what I get. I can't say if that's 10 time periods or maybe it's 5 time periods, but semi-annually, you can't really tell from this question. Okay. All right. So I'm going to leave that to you as to how you do it. I'll probably keep switching between 2 so that you can choose whichever one you want. All right, so $10,000 is equal to this. Again, pause the video, do it yourself, write out the steps. All right, let's do it. So 1 is add numbers in brackets. So 10,000 is equal to P times 1.04 to the 24. 2 exponents. So 10,000 is equal to P 1.04 XY or caret 24. And now for this one, I'm just going to write it out. 2.563304.165. Okay, now we're going to divide by that. Aha! Here's the halfway in between. 2.563. So I'm going to use that number. I'm just being too lazy to write it out. Very interested in how they do this in PA. I think they just have special financial calculators that allow them to do it. Okay, 3. Is to divide. I'll just leave it like that. Remember, always the same to both sides. So 10,000, 1, 2, 3, divided by. Now I got to type it all in. 2.56334.165. Boom. There we go. So P is equal to 3,000 $901.21. And there we go. I think I would practice. I'm going to fess up. I'm probably just going to keep using that 1 over key. It's just so much easier. And if you want, you and I can sit down at some point and discuss why it's that button. But it's just basically multiplying through by the reciprocal, and life is good. All right. How much? Let's look at our question at the bottom. How much does Emma need to invest now in a compound savings account that earns 1.2% per year quarterly to have $5,000 in 10 years? APIN. All right, 10 years. Start there, because I always know how to do that. Years, and then I look, okay, quarterly, so that's going to be times 4. That's going to give me 40. And where's my interest? 1.2. Whoopsies. Make sure I got that up high enough so you guys can see it. 1.2 divided by 100 divided by 4. Remember, got to do both. 1.2 divided by 100 divided by 4. 0.003. You can see I keep saying I'm going to change my calculator, but I haven't got there yet. And I want to have $5,000 in 10 years, so that is going to be my A at the end plus this page set solve for P. And there we go. So A is equal to P1 plus I and 5,000 is equal to P, I don't know, 1 plus 0. Hold on. You know, I'm okay. Am I? Yeah. For some reason, an extra 0 in there was freaking me out. Oh yeah, it was only 1.2%, not 12%. Okay, we're good. So you can see sometimes I second guess myself. And you see what I did to check? I just added 1 to it because it was in the scientific notation. And that cleared it up to make sure it was good. P 1.003 to the 40th. So take that to the 40th power. Remember, that would be like on 1.003 times 1.003 times 40 times over. That little button is a beautiful thing. So 5,000 is equal to P times 1.12729 and 5 by 1.1229. Okay, so again, I take this one, and then I'm just going to use that 1 over button. X to the minus 1, and then times 5,000. And there we go. All right, so I got 398. So that 8's going to make that 9 go to a 10, which carries over there. I'm also going to be honest with you guys. On a test, if you do all this work, and let's say you get lazy. Sorry, I'm going to be honest, get lazy. You don't want to write out all those decimals. You just write a few of them. This question will probably give you 4.5 out of 5 anyway, because your answer will probably be off by a couple of cents. It's just because you didn't have all the decimal places there. So it's not huge. Just saying. All right, that is the end of that video.